Hey everybody, and welcome back to Absolute Garbage Tabletop. Today, we're going to play Wingspan, which is a 1 to 5 player game by Stonemaier Games. Box says it's going to take about 40 to 70 minutes, which I agree with. Most games I play are about 45 minutes, maybe an hour if we're really dragging on making our decisions for the game. Usually I only play the game 2 players, so that's probably why the games are so short. I'm sure if there were more players, it'd probably take a bit longer. So anyways, today we're going to be playing a solo game. We are going to be playing against the Automa, which is basically this deck here. I've kept one of the cards in, which is supposed to make the game a bit harder, because I like making things harder for myself. I'm pretty sure that this is not going to be the greatest video to learn how to play this game, but I will try to explain pretty much every move I'm making and what's going on with the enemy, so hopefully you won't be too lost about what's going on here. Alright, so we've got our setup already. We got our board here, got our food tokens, our eggs, deck of birds over there, bonus cards. The birds are in play, our dice here for food, and we have our objectives for the rounds. We have our Automa deck. The round, basically the card lets us know what's going on for the Automa on their turns, and I have my 5 cards I've got to draw for my hand. Okay, so let's see what we got. Starting off, okay. So first objective is number of birds in this habitat up here. So looks like these 3 birds are going to be good. The next objective is eggs and this kind of nest. So these 2 cards might be good. Actually, this one has a star nest as well, so that could work. These star nests work as like any kind of nest. Right here we have which kind of nest these birds have and how many eggs they can keep in there. Right here, these are the points that they give you at the end of the game. Here at the top is the habitats they can live in and the food that's required to get them to come to your habitat. Also right here they'll have abilities in brown which are activated as you move down the line here. So if this card were here and I wanted to use this action to get 2 eggs, we'll move the little cube here to indicate that we're doing that. Move it here, which activates this power, which is in the brown text, or in the brown shaded area, and then we'll move it there to know that that's the end of our turn. Like I said, I'll explain this as I go along, so if that's completely confusing, don't worry. It's because 1, I'm really bad at explaining things, and 2, I haven't really explained what any of these symbols mean, but I'll try to go along and explain them as I'm going. I think I'm going to try to keep these 3 here, so we'll do that. We'll discard these 2. Just put them over there. Alright, so I decided to keep these 3 birds here, and you start off with all 5 of the food tokens, but for every bird that you keep you have to discard one of these food tokens. So since I kept 3 birds, I'm going to discard these 2, the fish and the mouse. And I guess I'll discard the oh man, I really need all of these. We'll get rid of the wheat for now. Hopefully we can get that back. Alright, so we got 2 food tokens. Here we go. Oh, right. I gotta also choose bonus cards, and I gotta keep one for the Automa as well. So let's do that. Alright, these will be my two bonus cards that I'm gonna decide on. I guess I'll do this one, birds that have at least one egg laid on them, because it seems like I might need a lot of eggs. Okay, so this might be easier than keeping birds that eat mice. Alright, now let's see what the Automa got, and they got Fishery Manager, birds that eat fish. And that's 18% of cards. Okay, not too bad. We'll put that over here just so we can know that's what they're looking for. Okay, so let's start the first round. Now, the player always goes first, so let's try to get a bird out here. Let me decide which one I want first, though. I'm gonna go with this crow here. So right here it says it can be played in basically any habitat. So the water habitat down here, the God, I forgot what these habitats are called, but this middle habitat area, or the top one. And this symbol here means that it can be any type of food that I want to give it. So, oh, sorry about that. We'll pay the cherry. Put that in the supply. So what we want to do is that we're going to take this cube here, we're going to put it at the top where it says play a bird. And this first spot is empty, which means that we don't have to pay anything to play the bird. We just have to pay the food. We paid the cherries, and now we put that card there. And once we're done with that, we just move this off to the side to indicate that we're done with our turn. Okay, so let's see what the Automa is going to do. We're going to take the top card off the deck. Oh man. Alright, and then we're going to look right here where it says round 1. So they activate this ability, which we'll look at the card to see what that does. And they're also going to put a cube for their round objective. Okay, so first, let's put that there. Okay. We saw this symbol here, so we're going to take a look at what it does. Let's see. Okay, take all bird cards that match the bonus card. The Automa keeps the highest point value card face up and discards any others. If none match, Automa draws one and keeps it face down. So, what we're going to do is that we're going to look at those cards up there and see if any of them match the bonus card for the Automa, and they'll take whichever ones match and then keep the highest valued one. So let's take a look at those cards. Okay, so here are the cards that we can choose from. Now the bonus objective for the Automa is birds that eat fish. So we're just going to look to see up here to see which ones eat fish, which is this one here. So they're going to take this card. Now we'll put these back. And now the Automa has gained 5 points for getting this card. So let's put this off to the side because we'll need that for later to calculate how many points they've got. Okay, so now that they've taken a card from that tray up there, we don't refill that until the end of the turn. But, so yeah, we saw that we've done this now, so that's already taken care of. So now we put a cube on the objective tracker. This is basically telling us we're competing to see who has the most number of birds in the forest habitat up here. We're going to have to look at this, these two cards here at the bottom. Whoops, we're supposed to be on round 1. What am I doing? There we go. Okay, so we look at the bottom here and it says round 1. So for round 1, we're doing the number of birds. Here we go. Number of birds in the forest habitat. So they start off with 0. Now, every time they add a cube, that's going to be +1. So they're going to be these blue cubes. So we'll just put this here to indicate that they've got +1, which means that they have 1 bird in the forest habitat, which I'm tied with them because I have 1 bird as well. So far we're doing okay. We're at least keeping up. So now it's our turn, but since the automa took a card, we're going to refill this empty space here, and then we're going to go back to us, and let's see what we want to do. Could play this bird here, or I could draw another bird. Let's see if there's anything I want. Okay, so I don't really want to run the risk of wasting a turn, drawing a card, and not liking what I get. So since this card works for the round objective for this turn, which is number of cards in the forest, and it can also help with the second round objective, which is having birds with a certain type of nest. This nest right here, but these star nests count as any type of nest, so these work as well. So I think it's going to be a little beneficial to play this card. So what we're going to do is, oh, it's a good thing I checked before I did that. If you look up here where it says play bird and you see this little egg at the very top, that means you have to pay an egg from any bird to be able to play a card right here. So as you can see, we have no eggs. So what we're going to do is that we're going to take this cube, put it here, which indicates that we can get 2 eggs. So I'll grab any 2 eggs. It doesn't really matter which color. They're just there to look pretty. And we put them on a bird card. So this card can take only 2 eggs. So we'll put both eggs here for now. And then once we've done that, we move this off to the side. Once it's over here, that means our turn is over. So we're back to the automa. Okay, let's draw the next card for the automa. Okay, so they're going to be taking this action, and they add a cube. Oh man, they've got another bird out, and we don't. So it looks like right now we're going to be losing. But let's take care of this part first. So if we look at our cards here, it says discard all 3 birds. Discard all 3 bird cards from the bird tray. The automa draws 1 and keeps it face down. Okay, so what we're going to do, discard all these cards here. Oh, they go over there. And then the automa draws 1, keeps it face down, and that basically counts as an extra point at the end of the game. So now that we've done this first part here, what we're going to do is just add the cube to their round objective, and that's the end of the automa's turn. But now let's refill that the bird tray over here. Alright, now that we've refilled the bird tray, let's go back to our turn. And now we can play this card, which I wanted to play earlier. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our cube, put it up here where it says play a bird. Now as you can see, we need an egg, so we'll discard one of these eggs. And now we can play our bird. And as before, we're going to have to pay one of these foods, so we'll pay the worm. Put that there, and then move this off to the side to indicate that we're done with our turn. Alright, automa's turn. Oh, nice. So they're going to do the same thing. Oh, great. Going to discard all the birds again. They'll discard the birds again, and then draw 1 to keep it face down. But this means here that we've got to remove a cube from the end of round objectives. So we'll start first with discarding all these cards over here. And then we're going to remove one of these cubes. And now, oh, that's right. They're supposed to draw one of these cards, keep it face down, and that's another point for them. So basically what they get points for is if they get a bird card face up like this one, then they get the amount of points that are on the card. And if they're face down, that basically means that they get 1 point. There's also ways for them to get eggs, which also means that they get 1 point at the end. Okay, so now that we've done everything on the card, we're going to refill the bird tray over there. Alright, now that the bird tray is refilled, it is back to our turn. Let's see what we want to do here. Only have one card, a bird card left, which won't help us with our current objective, which is to put cards in the forest habitat, because this one goes in the water habitat. So let me take a look at those birds over there and see if there's any of them that I want. So I don't see any cards that I really like on there, so we're going to take a chance and we're going to see if we can get another card. So we're going to put a cube right here where it says draw bird cards. Now this one says that I can only draw one card. So that means I can either take a card from those three birds that are available right now, or I can take my chances and draw from one of those decks of bird cards. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to take my chances, which is always a bad idea for me because I have horrible luck, but hey, that's okay. We're here to lose. That's why this channel is called Absolute Garbage Gaming, because I'm an absolute garbage player. So let's see what we got. Oh, right, something I didn't need. Okay. Yep, can't play it in the area I need, and it's got even the wrong nest type. So this will help for later rounds, but not right now. So since we drew our card, we're going to move this over. That indicates it's the end of our turn, so now it's the Automa's turn. Alright, so let's draw a card for the Automa. Oh boy, okay, so now when you draw this card, basically this means, oh, actually, instead of me possibly explaining it wrong, why don't we just grab these cards to tell us what it does. Oh, here it is. Okay, if all dice show the same face, re-roll all, follow key left to right, match first face type in bird feeder, and remove all of those dice. So we're going to see if we have any mouse. Alright, there's supposed to be like a really fancy, beautiful dice tower, and I accidentally broke mine because when I was cleaning my room, oh, sorry about that, when I was cleaning my room, I did not pay attention to where the dice tower was, and I broke it. So until I get a new one, I'm just going to use this dice tray. Alright, so what we're doing is that we're going to be looking for the, if there's any mouse. Nope, no mice. So we'll move on to the next one, which is the fish. And yep, so okay. We take out all of the fish dice, which is just this one, and then we just take it out. Which means that we can't get that fish anymore. At least not until we get to re-roll all those dice, which won't be till later. So for now, we're just we can't get that fish anymore. Okay, so now that we did this part here, we would be able to activate all the pink powers of our birds, but we don't have any. So now that we've done everything that's on the card, it means Automa's done with their turn, back to us. So it looks like we only have 4 cubes for now. Oops, a little higher, there you go. Which means we have 4 turns until the round's over. Let's see what we want to do. I want to get that owl up there, but I just, for some reason, getting the mouse on the dice rolls is always really hard for me. It's like the one thing I can never, ever roll. So, the fact that I need 2 to get that owl out just makes me not want to get it. So let's take our chances again. I know this is a really bad move because we need to start getting birds out there. But for now, we're ahead against the Automa, so we'll see how this goes. Alright, so we're going to put our cube here again to draw another card, and we'll just grab a card from here. Let's see what we got. Oh, nice! Well, I mean, it's great for the habitat. Wish it was a different nest type, but that's fine. And its powers, when activated, tuck a card from your hand behind this bird. If you do, gain 1 worm or 1 wheat from the supply. Nice. So basically what that's just saying is that we can take one of the cards in our hand and put it face down under it, and that gives us an extra point at the end of the game. And also we get to get worm or wheat from the supply. Alright, so we're definitely going to play this. So, oh man, we need more food though. Actually, we have no food at all. Okay, so yeah, we definitely need food. So, what we're going to do is we're going to put our cube right over here. Now this is telling us that we can get 2 dice from this supply over here. So what we're going to do is that we're going to take the 2 food that we need, the worm and the wheat. So as you can see right here, that's what we're going to need to pay for this bird. So we're going to grab those 2 tokens. There we go. And we'll be able to play this card on our next turn. So we move the cube over to the next bird. Now this bird doesn't have a power that it can use right now. This bird's power only works the turn that it's played. And it was to play another bird in this habitat if I could pay for its resources, but I couldn't. So I didn't get to use it. Okay, so now let's move the cube to the next bird. When activated, discard 1 egg from any of your other birds to gain 1 food token from the supply. Oh, that's really good. But I don't have any eggs on the other birds, so I don't think I can use that power. So, oh man, that sucks. Alright, so that'll be the end of our turn now. And now it's the Automa's turn. Alright, so let's draw a card for the Automa, turn it over, and they're doing that again. Don't remember exactly what that powered or what that means, but let's read the card again. So it's take all cards that match the bonus card. Automa keeps the highest point value, and okay, I remember. So as we can see right here, none of these cards eat the fish, so looks like you can't take any of these. So in this case, he's just going to draw a card and then keep that face down and add it to his little supply here. He's got a good amount of points already. Okay, so we've done this already. There's no adding cubes or anything, so we're good. It's our turn again, and we definitely want to play this bird. So what we're going to do is put our cube up here to let us know that we're going to play a bird. Now right here it tells you we got to pay 1 egg, so we'll pay this egg here. Oh, sorry about that. And then we'll play the bird. And that'll be the end of our turn. Okay, so now it's the Automa's turn. Let's draw their card. Alright, this one again. Unfortunately they do put a cube. But let's look at this. So the rat, no rat. Fish, we got no fish. Cherry, oh, yep, okay, we got a cherry. So I'll take this out, put it to the side. Put this here, and then add the cube for their end of round objectives, and that's the end of their turn. Oh, right, we forgot to pay the food for that bird we played last turn, so we'll just do that now. Okay, so we've got 1 cube left. Oops, should have moved that down. We've got 1 cube left, which means that we have 1 turn left for this round. Oh, I just realized we have 3 birds and they only have 2, so we're good for this round. Unless they draw another card that lets them add a cube, which means we're tied. And we'll worry about that when we get there. So, looks like we're gonna need eggs, because we also want to get birds that have those certain nest types. Let's get the eggs first, and then next round we'll start grabbing birds with that nest type. So we'll play our cube here, which means that we get to get 2 eggs, and I'll put them on these birds here. Alright, so we'll move this over to the side, and that's the end of our turn. Now let's draw the last card for the Automa's turn. Oh man. Okay, so they get 1 egg. So I'll just grab an egg, put it off to the side. That means that they got a point. And then for first round, it seems that we are tied for first place. Right, so for the end of the round, we clear off the cubes from the clear off the cubes that were here off to the side. We put them away. We keep these 2 in the middle here between first place and second place to kind of let us know that we tied for first. We'll get all of our cubes back over here to the side. So now we've cleared the board of our cubes, and we're gonna have to exchange those birds over there, so let's do that. Okay, so we've put all the birds there on that bird tray, and I don't know if you've noticed or not. You probably have. I just had to change the camera position a little because it was kind of getting in my way, and I don't know, I kind of like this position a little better. Alright, so let's finish cleaning up so we can start round 2. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the Automa cards, and we're just going to put them together and reshuffle them. But before you start shuffling, you also want to look for this card that says remove after round 1. Just take that out, put it off to the side, and yeah, then you can start to shuffle this. Oh, right. And we'll flip this over here so it can say round 2. So when we put the cards down, it's going to be pointing at the round 2 little section, so I know to look for that. Because strangely enough, I do tend to forget to look at what round we're on to see what I'm going up against. So let's try not to make that mistake this time so I can seem like a professional. So we're ready to start round 2. Now we always start off, so let's look at my cards because I've already forgotten what I have. Oh, okay, I think I'm going to play this card here. But I don't have food, so we're going to start off getting food. So let's do that. Let's put our cube over here. Now this is telling us that we can get 2 food, 2 food from here, but we can also discard a card from our hand to get 1 more food. I'm a little tempted to do that, but I won't because I kind of want to do that bird's ability, which requires a card from my hand, so I'll keep that card for that. So anyways, we got to look at the dice here in the dice tray. Actually, I do want this dice now that I look at it. Okay, so for the first dice, we're going to take this and we're going to keep the, let's go with the wheat. For some reason I always tend to get the worm, so we'll do that. Then we're going to get the dice and we're going to just shake them up a bit. Oh, you were supposed to go in there. Toss you in there. Oh, you just moved something. Alright, well, alright, we're going to keep that. Let's see. Oh, we have the wheat. So wow, we only got 1 worm this time. That's weird. I always get a lot of worms. So it's like half the dice are worms. So those are the 2 food tokens we're going to get. Wheat and a worm. So then we're going to move this here. Its ability here is when activated, tuck a card from your hand behind this card. If you do, gain a wheat or a worm from the supply. So I am going to tuck this card behind him. Oh, that was bad. This is usually, they just slide right under most of the time. I am on camera, so I guess it has to embarrass me. We will get a wheat since it doesn't seem like, oh wait, no, we'll get a worm because there's not a lot of worm this time. Alright, so now that we've done the power from this bird, we're going to move. No power on this bird. So So we move to this bird. When activated, discard one egg from any of your other birds to gain a food from the supply. Yeah, let's do that. So we'll discard from this bird here, and we'll get a fish, just in case we need a fish, because there's no fish on the dice over there. Okay, once we've done that, we'll move it over here, and we're done with our turn. So now it is the Autumn's turn. We draw the top card from their deck, and we look at the round 2 section, which is they're going to get 2 eggs. So grab 2 eggs, just put them off to the side, and then we remove a cube, but they don't have any, so we're good. Not there. There we go. Okay, so now it's our turn, and I'm going to want to play this bird here. So what we're going to do is going to take our cube here and put it up here on the play a bird section, since we're going to play a bird on this row here. So all we got to pay is its food, which is a wheat and any other food token we want to use. So we'll use the wheat, and we'll use one of the worms. And then we'll move this off to the side to indicate our turn is over. And now we're going to draw for the Automa. So we look at round 2. Oh, this one again. Okay, so we'll do that. So for that ability, we're going to discard those 3 cards, and it's going to draw one from that deck and place it face down. And then at the end of the turn, we'll replace those cards. So I'll do that. Alright, so the cards are replaced now, and let's draw one from here, put it face down with the Automa, and that'll be the end of their turn. So let's start our turn. What do we want to do? None of those birds up there have the right nest type we need. We do have 3 birds that have the right nest type, so we might as well get some eggs on them, because every egg counts. So even if I only have those 3 birds, if they have a lot of eggs on them, they all count. So let's get some eggs. So we're going to grab any random 2 eggs and put them on any bird. Alright, move that there. That's the end of our turn. And now it's the Automa's turn. Draw the top card, look at round 2, we'll do that effect, and they don't get any dice, or cubes, so that's good. Okay, so they're going to look at the cards up there to see if any of them match, or if any of them eat fish, and then keep them. So none of these eat fish, so we're going to have to draw a card. We'll draw a card and just put it face down for them. Okay, that's the end of the Automa's turn, so now it's our turn. Right, let's just get some more eggs here. So we'll just grab any random 2 eggs and put them anywhere. And then that's the end of our turn. And now let's draw for the Automa. Alright, so they're going to remove any cherries. Yep, okay. Remove the cherry there. I don't have any birds with the pink power, so those can't activate. So it's our turn again. I'm kind of debating whether I want another bird or if I want to just put more eggs. Actually, you know what? I think I'm just going to go for the eggs. Or at least one more time. Because those 2 are already filled. They can only each hold 2 eggs, which they are currently holding 2 eggs. And this one can hold 4. But with the 2 that I'm about to give it, it'll be 3. I'm hoping that's enough to gain the win for this round. Actually, why don't we check that? So we're going to look at this card right here. It says round 2. And we're looking for eggs in this type of nest, so they automatically already have 3. And if they had any more cubes, that would add more to that. So they don't have any more cubes, so right now they only have basically 3 eggs in that nest type. And right now we have 5. Yeah, we've got about 3 more turns left, and there's a potential chance that each one of those is going to have these dice, so they could catch up to us. So alright, we're going to spend this cube to put 2 eggs on this bird here. And then we'll move that off to the side, indicating that our turn is over. Alright, so let's draw for the Automa. And, oh, of course they'd get this one. Okay, so we're going to put a cube on them, and then we'll take care of that ability. So let's put a cube here. Okay, and then as we've realized before, those cards don't eat any fish. So we'll have to draw a card and put it face down for the Automa. Now it's our turn again. Let's you know what? Let's draw a card. Okay, so we're gonna draw a card. I think I'm gonna take this card. Mainly just because for the next round we're going to need birds in this habitat, and he also gives me 5 points, which is nice because I'm going to need a lot of points because the Automa has a lot of face down cards right now and that's kind of worrying me. So we're going to try to get this card, or we are going to get this card. And then we move the cube over. Oh wait, we can give up an egg to get another card, but nah, I need the eggs. Alright, so we'll move it over to the bird here. It says when activated, all players draw 1 card from the deck. Oh, nice. So we'll just grab it from this deck here. Nice. It goes in the habitat that we need it to. So this is good. Good. Alright, and now move the cube over, and that indicates it's the end of our turn. Alright, so now we'll draw for the Automa. Of course there's helicopters. Okay, so they're gonna look at the dice. Let's see, they're gonna take out the worm / wheat, which is not there. So they'll take out the worm. Nope, nothing there. Wheat. Oh man, we have 2. Okay, so put that there. They'll take out these 2. And any pink powers can be activated, which they can't because I don't have any. Alright, so now it's back to our turn. Let's get some food. So we'll put our cube here. We can get 2 food and give up a card in our hand to get an extra one, which I don't think we'll do. So we'll just get the 2 food. So when you need to get food, if there's 1 dice in there, you can roll all the dice and then just grab food from after you've rolled. Or if there's a bunch of dice with the same food type, then you can re-roll all of them at that point as well. So I do want to re-roll because I don't need the mouse. Alright, give them a good shake. And that's what we got. Alright, which ones do we want? Looks like we need worm and wheat. So we'll take these 2 for the worm, and then this one we'll choose the wheat. We grab the little tokens here, and then we just put them with the rest of our food there. Alright, so now we move the cube to the bird. Let's see, tuck a card from your hand. If you do, gain 1 wheat or worm. I don't want to give up my birds, so we won't do that. Move here, this one has no power. When you discard 1 egg, gain a food. That's actually pretty good. we'll do that. Get a... Actually, whoops. No, not from him. Oh boy, I don't want to give up. Actually, no, okay, we're not going to give up any eggs. I forgot, we're still doing this one with the eggs and the nest type. Alright, so that'll be the end of our turn. Now let's draw a card from the Automa. So they're doing that, and they get another cube. Alright, so we've put the cube here, and now I believe this one is the one where they discard all 3 cards, and then draw one. Yep. Okay. Oh, darn. At the end of my turn I was supposed to put a card here, so I'll do that now. And then now they discard all 3. And then after they've discarded all 3, they grab a card face down and put it off to the side. And now that it's the end of the Automa's turn, we'll refill that bird tray over there. So now that the bird tray is all filled up, that is the end of the round because we have no more cubes. Okay, so it looks like they have 3 and then 4 or 5 eggs with those cubes. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7. So yes. Alright, we're in first place on this second round, and they're second place. So then they put their cubes out over there. We take all of our cubes down. Now that we've cleared out our cubes, I guess we'll discard those 3 cards from the tray and then add some new ones. Alright, now that we've done that, let's shuffle up our Automa deck, but we'll also have to look for this card here, remove after round 2. So we'll take that out. Alright, so let's reshuffle this. Alright, put that there. Let's flip this to round 3, which is, whoop, there we go, round 3. Alright, so let's start round 3, and I guess we're going to play a bird. So we'll put our cube here, let's play a bird. Since we're going to be playing a bird right here, we don't have to pay any eggs, just got to pay the food. We'll put this bird first, which means we have to give up a wheat and a worm to play him, and that'll be the end of our first move. So let's draw a card for the Automa, and we're around 3. So we would have taken away a cube if they had one, but they don't, so we're good. And this one, they're going to discard all 3 of those cards in the bird tray and get 1 face down from that deck over there. So let's do that. Okay, so now that we've done that, that's the end of the Automa's turn. So let's refill that bird tray. Sorry, the bird tray with 3 new cards. So now it's back to our turn. Right now we need more birds in this habitat for our round objective right here. So let's see, can I play another bird? No, I need wheat. So we need wheat, but we don't have any. But I do have a plan here. Alright, so let's get some food. And we're going to take both these cherries here. So we're going to get 2 cherries. Put them here. Now we'll move on. We can tuck a card, but I don't want to do that. So we'll move to the next bird. Doesn't have a power. And then this one we can take an egg from a bird and get a food from the supply, which we will do, and we'll get this wheat. And then that'll be the end of our turn. Now let's draw a card from the Automa deck. And alright, round 3, they get 3 eggs, and we take away a cube. They don't have a cube there, so we're good. Got our 3 eggs, put them off to the side for the Automa, and that's the end of their turn. So now it's back to us, and now we can play that bird. So what we're going to do is that since we're going to play a bird here, we put the cube up here on that play a bird section, which means we do have to give up an egg. So we'll give up an egg from here. And then we'll pay the food, which is the worm and the wheat. to play the card. Worm and wheat. There we go. And that'll be the end of our turn. Alright, let's draw for the Automa again. Round 3. Alright, so we're going to look, see if there's any fish. Wow, yeah, there are fish. Okay, so it looks like if the dice show the same face, I got to re-roll for all of them. So since there's only one, I believe I got to re-roll all of them, and then take out the whatever fish dice are here. So let's do that. Give them a good shake. Okay, so I guess these 3 are all fish, which they're all out. Wow, that was bad. And any pink powers I have can activate. I do have one, but I don't think it can happen because it says when another player plays a bird from this habitat, I can tuck a card from my hand behind that bird, but I don't have any birds in my hand, and also Automa doesn't really play birds in specific habitats, so that just doesn't work out. So I guess for now we won't do anything. So that's going to end the Automa's turn. So now it is back to our turn. Alright, so for our turn, I feel like we're going to need some more cards, or more birds in this habitat area. So let's draw another card. Actually, seems like we got a good bird here in the bird tray, so we'll grab that one. So we're going to grab this bird here, mainly just because he can be played in the right habitat, and he only needs 2 worms, which shouldn't be too bad to get. Oh, and his ability is if this bird is to the right of all other birds in its habitat, move it to another habitat. Oh boy, this one's going to be shifting around. Alright, that's fine. We'll still keep this. Okay, so now we'll move the cube over to this bird here. When activated, all players draw 1 bird card from the deck. And looks like we've got, oh cool, another bird that we could play. Doesn't have a power that can activate each time, but let's see. When played, draw 2 new bonus cards and keep 1. Okay, that's not too bad. It's got 4 points, that's good, and it's got a nest type of anything, so oh well, we don't really, there's no more round objectives that deal with eggs, but still, it's a pretty good card. Alright, I'll keep it. After that, we're going to move our cube off to the last space, which means that that is the end of our turn. Okay, so now let's draw a card from the Automa deck. Alright, so it looks like we're going to have to discard all 3 of those birds now, and they don't get a cube, which is good. So let's do that. Alright, so we've discarded the 3 cards that were there before. We have 3 new birds out in the bird tray. And alright, now it's our turn. Right, so I'm going to want to play one of these birds. Don't know which one I want to play though. I think I'll try to play. Oh, actually, you know what? I can't even play it because I don't have the food for it. I don't have the food for either one of these. Alright, so let's get some food. Okay, so we'll play that there, which means we can get 2 food or discard a card from our hand to get a 3rd food. We'll just get the 2 food, so we'll grab these 2. So we'll get the worm from here and the cherries. There we go. Worm and cherry. Alright. Alright, so now we're going to move the cube off to the next bird. We're not going to activate his power. And then we'll go to this bird. He doesn't have a power. Next bird. Discard 1 egg and get a food from the supply. Alright, we'll do that. We'll discard. And we'll get another worm. Alright. Now we'll move the cube over here, and that indicates that that is the end of our turn. Now let's draw a card for the Automa. We're in round 3, so they get 2 eggs, and they get a cube. So let's grab the 2 eggs, put them off to the side, and then put a cube here to indicate that they have an extra bird. So we've got one last cube, which means we're going to put it here on the player bird for this section here. So we do have to pay an egg. We'll pay an egg, and we're going to put this bird here, which means we have to give up 2 worms. So we'll give up these 2 worms. And that will be the end of our turn. So this is the last turn for the Automa. Let's see what they get. Round 3. Oh boy. Alright, let's start off with the cube because I'm probably going to forget if I don't do it now. We're going to do this, which is, I believe, the one where they get all the cards that match their bonus objective. Yeah, I was right. Okay, so I double checked, and yes, that is the one that we're doing. So it looks like only one bird eats fish, which is this one here, this duck. Whoa. Okay, so it looks like only one of these birds eats fish, which is this. Okay, that'll work. Which is that duck there, so we're going to put this back. And this duck is going to go face up for the Automa, and it gives them 6 points. Oh man, I don't think I'm going to win this one. Okay, so that's the end of the Automa's turn, so we're going to refill that empty space with the bird card. Now that we've done that, let's decide what we want to do here. Now that the Automa's turn is done, that means it's the end of the round because I have no more cubes to play. Alright. Let's see how many points the Automa got. So we have right here, round 3, birds in the middle habitat there. So they had 2. They have 2 cubes, so they had 4 cards in total. We only have 3, which means they get first place, and we get second place. Oh, man. Alright, well. Okay, it's the way she goes sometimes. So let's clear off our cubes here. And then let's replace those 3 birds up there. And we'll start the new round. So for this 4th and final round, we're just going to have to basically count up at the end of the round how many birds total we have. But let's check out and see how many the Automa starts off with. So it's round 4. And it's right here, total bird. Oh my goodness, they have 11 birds out. Wow. Oh, goodness. Okay, that's not good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh man. Wow, we need 4 birds out just to catch up. And we only have 5 turns this round. And I don't have nearly enough food. Or at least I don't think so, to at least just get 4 birds out. But let's try to find out if we can come from behind on this one. Oh, also, we should probably roll these. Yeah. Okay, that'll be the food we have. So let's just get any birds that cost a minimal amount of food to just get them out there. We might need some food though. Alright, let's see. Alright, we're going to draw a bird card. Alright, we'll put our cube there. And we'll grab this bird here. It's got a power here. It says when activated, gain 1 wheat from the supply and cache it on this card. I'm not exactly sure how to say this word, and I know I'm probably going to anger people for not knowing how to say this word. So I do apologize in advance for the fact that I don't know how to say that, or which is the correct pronunciation of that word. So yeah, mainly we just want it for the fact that it costs barely any food. Alright, so then we're going to move over here, and we get to draw 1 card from the deck. Let's try this deck here. Okay, not bad, not bad. This is a good card. It's got a power here. When activated, tuck a card from your hand behind this card. If you do, also lay one egg on this bird. Okay, it's not too bad. Alright, now that we've done that, we move it over here. That's the end of our turn. And now it's the Automa's turn. And wow, I cannot believe that I forgot to shuffle the Automa deck. So before we draw their first card, we are going to have to look for this card here that says remove after round 3. Take that out. And then we can shuffle the deck here. And let's hope that it's not too bad. Alright, so let's draw the first card from the top of the Automa deck here, and alright, so they're going to do that there. Let's, I completely forgot what that is, so let's take a look to see what that means. Okay, so I just took a quick look at the cards, and oh my goodness, wow, I'm really forgetting a lot of things here. Okay, so I was supposed to fill this up at the end of my turn, so there we go, that's all set up. Alright, so now, the Automa is going to take all birds that match their bonus objective, which is birds that eat fish. So let's see if there's any right there on the bird tray. Alright, so it looks like there's only one bird that eats fish, and it's this one right here. So we're going to put them face up over here off to the side, so the Automa gets the amount of points that are on the card, which is 4 points. Alright, so that's the end of their turn, which means that we will fill up a card there. And now it's our turn. Let's see what we want to do. Right, we want to play more birds. Oh boy. So I want to play a bird here, but that's going to require 2 eggs, which I have, but that's just going to make me run out of eggs now to play different birds unless I play them down here. Which, right now in my hand, I don't have any of those birds, so we'll see if we can get one from the bird tray over there later. We still have 3 turns, so hopefully we can do something. So let's play a bird. So we'll go up here. Now that means we have to pay 2 eggs, so we'll pay the 2 eggs. And we'll put this crow right there. He needs a wheat and any other type of food. Whoops. Okay, luckily there's a thing here you can do. It says it right here. I think it's going to be a little too small for you guys to see, but when you give up 2 types of food, you can make it become 1 type of food, which I will make that into those 2 cherries will become a wheat. And now I can give up another type of food, any type of food. So I'll give up the 3rd cherry I have, and that'll pay for this crow here. After that, we just move our cube off to the side over here, which indicates that that is the end of our turn. So let's draw for the Automa now, and alright, so it looks like they're discarding all 3 of those cards over there and getting 1 face down from the deck. And we remove a cube if they had one, which they don't. So let's do that. So they've discarded all the cards over there. They got this 1 card. We put it face down for them, and that is the end of their turn. So now we've got to refill that bird tray over there. So we've refilled the birds on the bird tray. So now it is our turn. Let's see what we want to do here. Let's try to get a bird here. Oh, but that's going to take... Oh, man. Yeah, I'm going to have to take 2 turns to get a bird out. Alright, well, I mean, it has to happen. Either way. So, let's play our cube there, which means we'll get 2 food. We'll get the... Whoops. That was a fish. We'll get the fish and the worm here. So let's grab the tokens here. Alright, we got them. Put them over here. Move this over. We can tuck a card to get another food. Actually, yeah, I will do that. I'll use this one here. And let's gain a worm. No, a wheat. We'll get a wheat. Okay, so then we move it to the next bird that does nothing. We move it there. We can. Oh, actually, we're gonna need the eggs. If we're gonna want to play this. Oh man, we're gonna need 2. So, well, that's another turn we're gonna have to waste. All right. So we gain food, any type of food. I'm gonna go with this mouse. Okay, now it's the Automa's turn, so let's draw a card from their deck here. Oh boy. Okay, so let's first put their cube. And then this, we gotta take all the cards that go with the bonus card for the Automa and put them face up. Alright, so luckily again it just seems like it's one bird that eats the fish, which is this one here, which will give them 5 extra points. And if you think that that I'm getting my butt handed to me, then you are completely right. Wow, it looks like I'm not gonna win this game, but that's okay. It's all about having fun, and even though most people would not like to lose their games, I actually have fun even losing. So it's the end of the Automa's turn, so we're gonna fill that empty space there with a bird. Alright, so it's back to us. Yeah, we're gonna definitely need to get some eggs out here. So we'll put one of our cubes here. We get 4 eggs. Doesn't matter the colors. And let's just put them anywhere, really. Usually you might want to be a little more strategic, but I'm like down to my last turn and none of these count for eggs. And oh my gosh, I just thought about it, and yeah, each egg counts as 1 point. I could have, oh my god, I could have been just adding more points, that even though I lose this end of round objective, I can still get points for the eggs and the cards tucked behind the birds. So you know what, I think that's what we're gonna do for the last turn, is just get more eggs and see if that'll help boost us up more. Alright, so let's move card here. When activated, tuck a card from your hand behind this card. If you do, also lay 1 egg on this bird. That's not bad actually. Yeah, let's do that. Ugh, come on. Work with me here. Ah! Okay, after a bit of struggling, I finally got it there. Alright, now, let's move on to the next card. If this bird is on the right of all other birds in its habitat, move it to another habitat. It's not, so let's move on to the next bird. Tuck a card from your hand behind this bird. If you do, gain 1 wheat from the supply. That's fine, we didn't need that anyways. And this one cannot be activated right now, so we'll move our cube over there, and that means that we're done with our turn. Alright, so we draw a card from the Automa deck, and oh man, they gain a cube, and they discard all 3 cards and draw a card from there. So let's put the cube first. There we go, and then we'll do the rest. Alright, so they've got all the cards out from there. They got their card that will go face down. Look at that. My goodness. That is a lot of points. On top of all that. On top of all that. Oh man. Alright, looks like they're wiping the floor with us. Okay. So that is the end of their turn. So I'm going to refill those cards, and it'll be our turn. And so it's our turn, and we're just going to use our last cube here to gain an extra 4 eggs. Alright, we got our eggs. Just put them on any birds because we just need them for the points. We already saw their powers last turn, and I can't really use any of them, so we're just going to move on to the ending here. And we'll draw the last card for the Automa. Let's see what they got. Oh, wow, okay. 3 eggs and another cube. Yep, they totally won. Alright, there's our 3 eggs. And let's put another cube for them. Alright, so that is the end. Now we just gotta calculate our points here. Oh, well, obviously they won because they had 11 birds, 12, 13, 14. And we only have 4, 7, 8, 8 birds. So yeah, they totally got this one. Alright, so we'll begin calculations. So let me check on something real quick. So okay, so let's calculate points for us, or me. I don't know why I keep saying us. Pretty sure you guys wouldn't want to be on my team with how badly I got my butt whooped in this game. Alright, so let's see. I've got 3 points for the first round. 5 points for the second round, so that's 8. 3 points, so that's 11. 4 points, that's 15. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 24, 25. And it says 25. So now we just, okay. Nice dance there. Alright, now we'll just add up the points for all of these. So we have 25. So plus 4 is 29. 3 will be 32. And another 3 is 35. 38. 5 will be 43. 2 will be 45. 3, 48. And then 4, 52. So it looks like we have 52 points. I'm going to need to write that down so I don't forget that. Alright, so we have 52 points. Now let's calculate for the Automa here. So they have 3, 2, which is 5. 6 will make it 11. 7 will make it 18. Alright, so that will be 18. So 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. Plus 4 will be 43. And then 6 will be 49. 5 here will be 54. And then another 5 will be 59. So it looks like we lost this game. But that's not too much of a surprise because I tend to lose a lot of these games because I usually make it a bit harder for myself. When they say, hey, you can amp up the difficulty level with adding certain cards, that's what I do. And so this is the card here in question that adds a little bit more difficulty to the game, and that's one of the many reasons why I lost today. Thank you if you got to the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you didn't, I totally understand. But yeah, thanks again for getting this far, and I will see you guys next time. Have a great day, guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye, guys.